Welcome. Tonight, we're setting aside some of our usual analysis to really just share some stories you sent us. 5 pretty unsettling accounts, supposedly true, from across the U.S.
That's right. We're going to walk you through them. Think of us as guides into these, chilling narratives. But we'll still look at why they hit so hard.
Yeah, definitely. And looking at them, they sort of fall into 2 camps, don't they? There's this calculated human evil, and then there's the stuff that's just inexplicable, maybe supernatural.
Precisely. Human malice on one hand and the utterly bizarre on the other.
Okay, so let's start with that first type. Human calculation. We're going to Iowa, deep in the cornfields.
And the setting, Iowa, it's so important here. Plays on that expectation.
Yeah.
Helping your neighbor, especially out in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly. So our narrator is driving maybe 30 minutes outside Farley, afternoon, and it's just corn, miles and miles of it, super tall.
Total isolation.
Right. And they see this car, it's stuck in a ditch right by the field, and there's a guy, thin, long hair, waving frantically, needs help.
Okay, the classic distress signal.
Yeah. So they pull over. The guy says some damn critter ran out, made him swerve. He looked, the narrator felt sorry for him. He looked kind of rough, unkempt in the car, too.
Bit of sympathy play.
Seems like it. He asks for help, says his tow rope is stuck in the backseat. Could the narrator grab it for him?
Ah, there it is.
Yeah.
The request that pulls you out of your safe space.
Yep. Draws you away from your own car and makes you focus on finding this rope, not on what's around you.
Cleverly engineered, if you think about it that way. Deceptive.
So the narrator walks over to the stuck car, reaches for the door handle to, look for the rope, but pauses just for a second.
And that pause.
That pause saved them. They glance at the window, caught a reflection, and bam! 2 other men hiding in the corn right behind where the narrator was standing.
Oh, wow. Waiting.
Just waiting. The trap was obvious now, but they hadn't stepped all the way in. So they kept cool, managed a sort of friendly smile, turned around, walked calmly back to their truck.
Nerves of steel in that moment.
Had to be. Jumped in, hit the gas, and just floored it. Got out of there fast.
And did they look back?
They did. And here's the kicker. The first guy, the long-haired one, he wasn't alone anymore. 3 more men had walked out of the corn.
So 4 total now.
4 total, just standing there watching the truck drive away. And the narrator noticed the 3 newcomers were holding something. Long objects, maybe metal poles.
And the car probably wasn't even really stuck, was it?
The source says, looking back, it wasn't really that stuck. It was bait, pure bait.
That's chilling. Using kindness, that instinct to help, as a weapon.
Yeah.
Just cold calculation.
It really is pure psychological dread. Okay, let's shift gears completely now. We're leaving human predators behind for a moment anyway, and going into that second category, the purely inexplicable, Florida, Lee County.
Right, this one is just visually terrifying. It breaks all the rules.
So the narrator and their girlfriend, they're driving at night, got lost, unfamiliar road, dark, woody, out in the country. GPS is out.
That feeling of being lost at night, it already puts you on edge.
Totally. So they're frustrated, maybe a little worried. Then they see at relief. Another car parked up ahead. Maybe they can get directions.
Okay, potential help.
As they get closer, 4 figures get out of the parked car. Just step out. The narrator slows down, rolls down the window, calls out, hey, you guys okay? Need help?
And the figures?
Nothing. Just stood there, completely still. Backs turned towards the narrator's car. Didn't even acknowledge them.
Weird. Just standing there in the dark.
Yeah, super creepy. So the narrator drives right up next to them, asks again, everything all right?
That stillness is building tension. You're trying to make it make sense, right?
Exactly. But what happens next? It doesn't make any sense. When they asked if they were okay, all 4, in perfect unison, turned only their heads to look at the car.
Just their heads.
Just their heads. Some twisted so far around they were basically looking backward over their own shoulders. Like an owl, but wrong. Physically impossible.
That's the first wave of horror, the unnatural movement.
And then they saw the faces, or the lack of faces. They were pale white, completely smooth, featureless.
Featureless, like no eyes, no nose.
Nothing, like store mannequins. Or those crash test dummies, just blank, smooth skin where features should be. Horrifying.
Wow. The brain just wouldn't know how to process that. It's human-shaped, but utterly alien. That uncanny valley feeling, but dialed up to 11 because there's nothing there to read. No emotion, no intent.
And then it gets worse. The figure closest to their car starts shaking its head violently, like super fast, jerky movements, back and forth, back and forth.
Malfunctioning.
Yeah, exactly. Like he was short-circuiting. And then all 4 figures turn their bodies, fully facing the car now, and started moving towards them. Slowly. Awkwardly.
Okay, time to go.
Instantly. Slammed the accelerator, didn't stick around, they looked back.
Yeah.
The figures were just standing still again. Silent. Except for the one closest. Still shaking its head. Fast. Jerky.
Ugh. It's not even about the threat of attack necessarily. It's a reality-breaking aspect. Seeing something that just shouldn't be. That's a different kind of terror.
Totally. The sheer incomprehensibility of it. Okay, let's ground ourselves back in something maybe more understandable, but no less terrifying. Back to human malice. Connecticut. A hitchhiking story from, looks like 2008.
Yes, this one is deeply disturbing. It's that mask of sanity idea. How someone can seem so normal, so safe, and then just flip.
So the narrator's been hitchhiking across the U.S., mostly positive trip, sounds like. Nearing the end, trying to get from New Haven up to Hartford. Gets picked up by this guy, muscular, maybe 40, seems totally normal, friendly, polite.
Checks all the boxes for safe ride, right?
Totally. Even had a family photo on the dashboard, crucifix around his neck. They're chatting, everything's fine. The driver mentions he was just in New Haven saying goodbye to some friends he'd been visiting, all very jovial.
Setting the stage. Building trust.
Exactly. But then somewhere between New Haven and Meriden, it just changes. The driver stops talking, stops smiling. His face goes completely blank. The whole vibe in the car just shifts. Gets dark, tense.
Just silence.
Yeah, like 10 minutes of just dead, heavy silence. The narrator's obviously getting freaked out.
That silence is a weapon, too. It lets the fear build. It's calculated, not just a mood swing.
Seems like it. Then the driver finally speaks. He brings up that earlier bit about visiting friends, and he just says, deadpan, I ain't got no friends in New Haven.
Chills. Just like that, the mask drops.
Yeah. The narrator said they felt the blood run cold, realized the whole friendly chat was just an act, a complete fabrication. Another 30 seconds of awful silence pass.
Agonizing.
Then the narrator, mustering up courage, asks him, well, what were you doing all day then?
Oh, boy.
The driver doesn't answer right away. He turns off the main road onto this narrow country lane, dense trees on both sides. He kind of sniffs, then looks over, blank expression, and says, digging a hole.
Wow. Digging a hole. That's it. The implication is immediate and terrifying. Premeditation.
Yeah.
Violence.
Absolutely. No ambiguity there. The friendly guy is gone. This is something else entirely. And the car is picking up speed down this isolated road.
What does the narrator do?
Panic, but smart panic.
Yeah.
Unbuckles the seatbelt, throws open the passenger door while the car's still moving pretty fast, and just launches themselves out.
Jumps from a moving car.
Had to. Tumbled, got scraped up pretty bad, but managed to roll and wasn't, like, seriously injured. Mostly adrenaline, I guess.
No, the driver.
Slams on the brakes.
Yeah.
Instantly. Reverse lights flash on. He starts gunning it backwards, trying to get to the narrator.
Oh, my God. He's coming after them.
Yeah. The narrator scrambled up and just bolted into the thick woods beside the road. Heard the driver's car door slam. Heard him yelling, crashing through the underbrush after them for a bit.
That's terrifying. The chase.
Managed to hide, stay quiet, and eventually lost him. But yeah, an incredibly close call with someone who is clearly predatory and so good at hiding it initially.
It really underscores that vulnerability. Trusting a stranger, even one who looks perfectly safe, decent even, that switch, it's profoundly scary.
Okay, let's pivot back one more time to the inexplicable. New Hampshire, beautiful autumn woods, but a truly bizarre and, frankly, grotesque encounter.
This one combines multiple sensory details in a really disturbing way.
Yeah. Narrator's walking alone, lonely trail, peaceful autumn day, and then suddenly gets that intense feeling, being watched. You know that feeling?
Prickle in the back of your neck.
Exactly. And then they hear it. A voice. Deep, raspy, right up close to their ear.
What did it say?
It whispered, hey, you want to see something? And the narrator said they could literally feel the breath on their face.
But no one was there.
Spun around, nobody right beside them. But then they looked up ahead. Further down the trail, there's this big old tall tree. And on a high, thick branch, there's a figure, a man, standing on the branch.
Okay. What's he doing up there?
He has a noose around his neck, tied to the branch above him.
Oh, no.
And just as the narrator's eyes meet his, the man jumps.
Right in front of him. A staged horror.
Exactly. And the description is vivid. Heard a horrible loud crack as his neck snapped. Saw the body flail, jerk.
Awful.
But the face. This is the really weird part. Despite the distance, the narrator said the face was incredibly clear. And it was smiling. Like a maniac, Huge, wide eyes
Right.
with no eyelids, bulging, staring right at them as it happened.
No eyelids,
Yeah.
smiling. That's beyond just a tragic event. That's deliberately nightmarish.
It's utterly disturbing. The narrator instinctively looked away, sickened, couldn't watch. But when they forced themselves to look back, maybe seconds later,
It was gone.
completely gone. No man, no rope, no broken branch, nothing. Like it never happened. The woods were just woods again.
That immediate erasure of evidence
Yeah.
that points away from just witnessing something awful, it suggests something else, something unnatural, maybe otherworldly, creating a scene just for the psychological impact, then vanishing.
Yeah, like a personalized horror show designed just to terrify, then wiped clean. Okay, our last story tonight takes us back to the human element, but in a different way. More about misjudgment, consequences. Wyoming, remote part of the state.
This one is a stark reminder about safety, especially in certain environments.
Definitely. It involves a father teaching his 12-year-old cousin about hunting, basic safety, handling firearms, important stuff. Both are wearing high-vis orange jackets.
Standard procedure. Visibility is crucial.
Right. So the boy, the cousin, wanders off a little bit on his own, and he spots something up on an incline, describes it as a very little creature standing perfectly still.
An easy target, especially for a beginner.
Exactly what the boy thought. He raises his rifle, gets it in his sights, takes aim, starts to squeeze the trigger.
Oh, I think I see where this is going.
Just as he's about to fire, the father screams, "Wait!" Lunges forward, grabs the rifle barrel, pushes it off target just as the shot goes off. Bang.
It's a split-second intervention.
Saved a life. Because the little creature the boy was aiming at, it suddenly stood up, rose up from the ground.
It wasn't an animal.
Not at all. It was another hunter, startled by the gunshot. And the little creature, it was the hunter's hat. A Davy Crockett-style coonskin hat.
Wow. The hat made him look small, maybe furry, blended in just enough.
Exactly. The stillness, the shape of the hat, maybe the lighting, it created this optical illusion, led to a near-fatal case of mistaken identity.
That's terrifying. And it highlights that cardinal rule. 100% positive target identification. Always. Hunting isn't a game.
Yeah.
The choice of wardrobe by the other hunter, the coonskin hat, is such a bizarre contributing factor to it.
Absolutely. A really sobering lesson learned that day, the hard way, almost the hardest way possible.
Indeed.
So those are our 5 stories for tonight. Quite a journey, really, from that calculated, almost predatory cruelty in the Iowa cornfields
And the chilling psychological game played by the driver in Connecticut.
to the sheer baffling impossibility of those featureless figures in Florida.
And that nightmarish staged horror in the New Hampshire woods.
It really is unsettling, isn't it? How quickly things can just change. How fast normalcy can evaporate and leave you facing something truly awful, whether it's human malice or something you just can't explain.
That abrupt shift is often the core of the terror in these accounts. The sudden confrontation with danger or with something that fundamentally breaks your understanding of reality. It leaves you questioning everything.
Well, we hope these accounts resonated with you, gave you something to think about. We certainly found them compelling and chilling. Thanks for joining us as we explored them.
Stay safe out there.
And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Horror Docs, if you want to hear more stories like these. We'll be back soon. Be watchful.